You ever just hear something and it just shift your entire spirit? My goodness, today. Dr. Anita Phillips really got on Beyonce internet and said, and if you know Dr. Anita Phillips, you know she is fire, just like amazing. Dr. Anita Phillips really said, just because you have faith in the outcome does not mean you are not allowed to feel pain. And the way she broke this down even further, she described it as sometimes we have a negative relationship with our emotions in terms of faith. Meaning, if we have faith, we can't cry about a situation. And she said, Dr. Anita really said, we have the misconception that Jesus wasn't an emotional being. Case in point, when Lazarus died, and we know it is the shortest verse in the Bible, Jesus wept. Even after Jesus knew Lazarus was going to raise up, but he still cried. And Dr. Anita Phillips said, just because we have faith, knowing it's going to work out in the end, does not mean we can't feel pain in our current state. And Dr. Anita Phillips, she has a book called The Garden Within. I recommend everybody go read it because it's just beautiful. And Dr. Anita Phillips broke it down so eloquently that a lot of the beings in the Bible, and disclaimer here, I'm spiritual, not religious. And I've said, if you've been following me for a while, I've said one of my goals this year was to read the Bible in full. So I'm spiritual, not religious. But Dr. Anita Phillips said a lot of people have the misconception that people didn't cry in the Bible. Like, Jesus was one of the most emotional beings ever in the Bible. Like, I'm naming off people now. Ruth cried. Naomi cried. Boaz cried. Moses cried. Jacob cried. Joseph cried, immediately cried. Like, all of these people had the faith. David cried. Like, all of these pivotal people had faith and still bawled in the midst of their current state. Like, baby, if someone is telling you, oh, you can't cry about a situation and have faith, shit, you can cry. Like, y'all done seen them frustration videos. Like, God can handle your anger. God can handle your tears. God can literally handle your frustration. Baby, God can handle any emotion that you have because he gave it to you. Like, trust and believe. Whatever you feeling is not lost on God. I promise you it's not. But Dr. Anita Phillips, I just want to know when is you going to stop snatching our edges? Because, like, at this point, ma'am,